What kind of invisible creature is stalking the island of Baorna? And can our party rescue the much-needed cleric before he becomes its next victim? Find out next on The Adventurers Guild. On the continent of Volanta, in the city of Dakar, there is a place where heroes are forged. Where legends are built one story at a time. What you do with this opportunity is in your hands, and the hands of fate. The Adventurers Guild. Hello, and welcome to tonight's episode of The Adventurers Guild. We are so glad to have you. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Paul Cosca, and you are watching a weekly live-streamed D&D anthology series. This is our fourth episode of this particular mission, and I'm going to catch you up on everything you need to know to dive in. But first, let's go ahead and say hello to our players. Hello, players.
Hello.
Hi.
How is everybody doing? How are you feeling? How has the anticipation been building? What's up?
Oh yeah.
So much.
Yeah, I'm really worried about what's about to happen.
Good.
Scared.
Good.
Mainly because it's just me and Hassan, and hopefully everybody else gets here soon.
The A-team.
Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, Hassan's a healer, right? So like we might need that.
Right. Yeah.
Sure.
It's a small town. It's a small town. We aren't far away.
Yeah. We need some Panthers.
On it.
For those at home, I got my COVID vaccine this week, which is super exciting. Show of hands, how many players now have gotten at least one shot? Look at that. Look at that. So for you at
Responsible
home
adults.
watching, if you have not yet gotten one of your COVID vaccines, please go sign up today. Sign-ups are open.
If you're available.
If you're available. And almost everybody is at this point. Maybe the shots aren't available, but you probably are eligible. So just, whatever state you're in, type your state COVID vaccine, and it's going to pull up resources. Go get the shot. This is how we're going to get back to our D&D tables. And, normal life too. But D&D tables, we have to get back to them.
Yeah,
That's
we
the
have
important thing.
priorities.
Priorities, exactly.
Jobs, lives, relatives, whatever.
No. Keep working from home.
Yeah, I honestly keep working from home. But D&D
Yeah.
tables, we have to get back. So please go get vaccinated as soon as you are eligible and able to do so. My arm honestly still hurts from the shot, but otherwise I'm feeling pretty good.
Which shot did you get?
I got that J&J.
So you're done.
I'm done.
You're one and done.
Yeah.
See, I got Pfizer, and my arm hurt like a bitch for the
Same.
next day or two.
Yeah, I cracked the
Same.
code though. I cracked the code because my arm didn't hurt.
Oh yeah.
And it
What
was,
did you-
it was sore, but I would not classify it as painful or
Sure.
hurting in any way. And I came home and I did an upper body workout. And then the next day I hauled around big boxes for work, and you just got to move it. I think people get
Just
scared.
stress it
not to,
out.
like,
Okay, brag.
Oh, see,
What?
I went from getting the shot to just doing a full arm cast. Just keep it. Maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, that makes
That was
Yeah,
fun.
that
Well,
would make sense.
So I have two kids, right? So you never know how much your kids touch your arm until it hurts when they touch your arm. And it's a lot. Like they touch your arm all the time.
Related, and this is something I've been thinking about because, and you're the only person who can relate to this, Alex. It's astounding how often kids will kick you in the balls.
Oh.
Like,
And not on purpose. Like
no.
they're not vindictive. They just are like, I'm gonna step here now.
Like, I was thinking the other day, it's amazing that anybody manages to have two kids, because the first one just stomps on your testicles pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's true.
Incredible. What?
It's really
Let's
true.
have this monster stomp on our testicles.
Just
Hey,
That's the real
Life-
miracle of
I'm
Life
so
is
glad I
wonderful.
know this. Thank you.
Life is
Yeah.
wonderful.
Hey, Nico.
That's some free birth
Isn't
control.
isn't it so great that we don't have kids at home?
You know, it's okay. It's a trade-off. Women have to give birth, and men get their testicles kicked every day.
I mean,
Every day.
Every
I don't know
single
if
day.
that's true.
I feel like if
Is
we're
that not
if we're
equal?
stacking
Is that
up
not?
if we're stacking up pain equivalents, I've got like 20 more years of ball kicking to get through
very
before I get into that realm. But feeling of talking of how we feel tonight, I really feel like tonight's the night.
It
really
got me
feel like-
again.
What a segue.
Ah!
What a segue.
I feel
done.
like
Yeah, she quits.
tonight one of us playing or one of the people watching at home is going to find the secret mystery prize hidden under their seat, and that is going to be enough to fund this segment of the show for at least a few weeks.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, I've got a good feeling about it.
I found this under my seat. Does that
That's
count?
it. That's it.
Hey, winner.
We're sponsored by Apple.
Pawn it. You take it to the pawn shop. That's where you redeem the mystery prize.
Wait, hold on. I think I got.
Only
I
if
got
it's
one
a pawn
more.
shop. Only if it's
Nico,
a
I'm
pawn
fighting
shop
all your
run by a
laptops.
kobold.
Yeah, if it's
Yeah,
if
it has
it's
to be run by a kobold.
so take it to the pawn shop. You redeem the mystery prize, and then you put that in an envelope, and you send it to me. That's how we'll fund this.
You said that straight to me.
It feels like a
Actually, send
complex process, but I promise it's just how the
That's the mail system.
it's
for
just
you.
how it goes.
It's really the best way, honestly.
Yeah, I'm all about efficiency.
Oddly.
See, I'm all about like let's streamline the process.
All right.
That's the process.
All right, so you know what? Let's get into it. To recap, the party has been on a very eventful trip across the sea to the island of Baorna, where their mission has been to ensure the safe arrival of a powerful cleric named Archie. Baorna is home to a colony for those who've been afflicted by the Withering, which is a degenerative disease that's pretty contagious. Archie's arrival was to be stepping in for an ailing cleric, but when the party arrived, they found that the cleric had been dead for a month, and he did not fall to the disease. He was the victim of something that has been stalking the island and brutally murdering someone every few nights. An invisible creature, apparently, who breaks into people's houses, kills them, and leaves with their heads. The party set themselves up to try to capture the murderer, but something has gone wrong, and they have just heard a cry from inside the house where Archie is staying. So, as we begin, that's as long as that music's gonna go, because we're gonna get into different music. Not quite that music, but let's... Sure, we'll get into this music. All right. So, here's how it sets up. Denra and Ariel, you are farthest. Far enough away that it's going to take you a bit to even, like, tell that something's wrong, I think.
Wasn't there a noise that we heard? A scream?
There was a yell, like, quite a ways inward. Because you
Okay, I just
you
know
two
that
are
there was
all the
a
way
noise
at the
that we
coast.
heard. Okay.
A little closer than that, somewhat, are Alara and Liam. And both pairs here did not do well enough on the perception check at the end of last session to, like, really pick up on this quickly. Right outside of town are Crickstump and Mudpack, who did succeed the perception check. And I believe right now are both Panthers, is that correct?
I am. I don't know what my pack is.
Did I? Wow, did I do that?
I think you were
You
just
talked
up in a
about it.
tree, right?
Well,
You-
I'll do it at this point.
If you'd like to.
I kind of would.
Sure.
I would.
I kind of would.
Gonna be pretty chill about it.
Paw Patrol's ready to go.
Hell yeah.
I want to be the firefighter.
And you two succeeded, so you are going to have a bit of a jump on this.
His name
Right
is
outside of Archie's house, we have Roderick and Hassan, who did not succeed the perception check.
No.
So here's what I'd like to have happen. I'd like to start with an initiative roll for Crickstump and Mudpack
There
and
we
a
go.
couple of others.
That's
All
what's
right.
Are not you.
Oh, good. Great. More than one.
Okay.
I guess I don't know what we're doing, Roderick, outside that makes us unperceptive to what's behind our backs.
It's more like they're getting one extra turn before we bring you in.
I mean, maybe we're just staring into each other's eyes lovingly. Like,
You never know.
I mean, we played cards. Is there any better bond?
Okay. Mudpack, what'd you roll?
14.
14 for Mudpack. And Crickstump?
16.
16.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jabra.
So you two basically, not quite a surprise round, but you got the jump on it. So you'll be able to get some movement in before everything else hits. But this thing is going to go first. And it's going to make a couple of attacks. The first one...
You're not going to tell us what it is?
the first one rolls that, and the second one is going to roll a different thing. And you're not going to know any of that for a bit.
Ah, jeez.
You know, Roderick, I thought you were right next to it. I thought you'd be perceptive enough to, like, jump in
Again,
there, but...
Heisan's eyes are the most lovely shade of
Brown.
brown that I've ever seen.
Just-
Brown.
You ever see wood bark? Man, it's that lovely, baby.
Oh,
Just
way,
deep pools
way better.
of brown.
Way better than woodbark.
Okay.
Oh.
That thing, whatever it was, has gone. Crickstump, you are up. What is the speed for Panther?
I just looked at it. He speed is 50 feet, so dash of 100.
Okay. So with a dash of 100, you are going to not quite overtake Roderick and Heisan. So that's gonna get you like within striking distance of the front door.
While I'm running towards it, can I like make a free action just to like growl as a panther?
Sure. Are you just
Like,
wanting to frighten Heisan and Roderick?
It would
Like
work.
like maybe they like this gets them out of their like funk and like, yo, there's something going on in the house.
I might
But
forget
that's-
that you're a druid though, and just think there's a panther on this island.
Yeah, I mean you could think that, but I'm not coming towards you at all. I'm going towards the house. So.
They are right in front of the house. I feel.
Yeah.
Roderick and Heisan, go ahead and roll wisdom checks.
Oh, you mean my -1 stat?
That's the one.
That's the
That-
one.
What'd you get, Roderick?
Got a 17.
Okay, and
There we
Heisan.
go.
Got an 8.
Okay, Roderick, you've had quite enough of all of these people turning into all kinds of different things around you. So when a panther bounds out of the forest, you just assume it's one of your asshole party members who's turned into something.
Ah!
That's fair.
It doesn't even cross your mind that it could be an actual panther in the forest.
No.
It's just some jerk.
Which one are you?
Heisan,
Paw.
a wildcat just bounded into town and is headed directly towards you.
I scream like a little girl, and I hide behind the Roderick.
Okay. Denra, Ariel,
Oh, please let this
Liam,
like notify
Alara.
everybody.
go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh,
My
please.
scream is the warning cry.
And we'll say at advantage.
Okay.
Because Heisan's scream is
Okay,
pierced.
that's
And
the
outside, it helps.
yeah,
Very high pitched
small item.
sound.
Okay, Ilara.
That's a 13.
Okay. Liam.
14.
Denra.
18.
Ariel.
7.
Okay.
With advantage, it was
Right
a
next to her.
7.
I'll just.
Oh, you know what?
Okay,
Yeah,
that's good to know. All right, Crickstump, you are full tilt, headed there, and not trying to frighten people, but kind of frightening people. Mudpack.
I am a green panther. I am awesome.
That's right, you're green. That's even more startling.
Yeah, that's even more startling. That's actually probably why Roderick knows it's you.
Yep. He's just like, oh, this.
Crick Cat McPanther.
Mudpack, you are up.
Yeah. So does jumping out of the tree cost any movement?
Not
5
for a
feet.
panther, no.
Okay, cool. Well, so
I mean,
I'm gonna,
it's you're on the way.
I'm making that dash
Yeah.
toward. Yeah.
So with your 100 feet, you're pretty much just right beside Crickstump.
Cat stump? Cat stump?
Cat
McPanther?
stump.
Ooh,
Just-
Cat
just-
Stump McPanther. That's
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, I think
Cat
that's-
Stump McPaw.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
Inappropriate.
All right, so
Thank you for that one. That was good.
Can
yeah.
I kind of land myself closer to the house to, like, potentially get through a door or a window? I mean, to scope it.
You're basically at the
I'm right
same
there.
the same. Yeah, you're right there.
Ugh.
The door that you're facing is currently closed, but we'll deal with that in a minute.
Okay.
All right, it is Archie's turn, and Archie is.
All I need to know
He's
is that
a
he's still
10th
alive.
level something cleric. He'll be
Yeah.
fine, I hope.
I'll settle for Archie is
no.
still alive.
Yep, that's what I was hoping. As long as it's like Archie is, not Archie was,
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Same.
Yeah, Archie got a nat 20 on that.
Nice. Way to go, Archie.
Whatever
You
it
don't
was,
even-
hell yeah.
We don't even need to be here.
Go home.
I mean,
He was protecting us the whole time.
It was
Okay, so
Archie.
all of a sudden-
Oh,
There's this flash of like radiant light from inside the house, and you're not quite sure what's happening. You just see like you wouldn't know what a flashbulb is, but that's what it looks like. Just this poof, you can see out the shuttered windows,
here's a birdie.
and eventually you'll find out perhaps what's going on in there.
Maybe.
Okay, with that we reach the end of the initiative order. Everyone else, go ahead and roll initiative. Ariel, you will roll at disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Ooh, baby. Hell yeah.
Okay, Liam, what'd you roll?
Liam got 16.
I think that puts you right up with Crickstump. I'm going to put you slightly under because you're just further away from him.
Yep.
Alara,
14.
I'll do
Yay!
the same with
I
Mud.
was like, that's all we got so far.
Denra,
Got a nat 20 for a 22.
okay. Roderick,
7.
7. Okay.
Don't even know why I'm outside of this house. I'm like, huh?
Hey, you'll still get there before
Hey,
Denver does.
7 is still a number.
Did you?
Ariel.
7.
Oh, okay. All right.
7 club.
I was at disadvantage though.
I'm gonna put you under Roderick because you're further away. And
You
Hassan.
were at disadvantage. Yeah.
Hey, don't worry, Roderick. I got a 4, so
Oh.
it's fine.
Well, I mean, you're scared of the
Doing
green.
nothing.
Fucking Paul.
Isan just jumps into Roderick's arms and they stand there going, what?
Oh,
What?
team right outside the house is just bringing the thunder.
Yeah.
Shaggy and Scoob.
Oh, Scoob.
Okay. All right. So the top of the initiative order is the thing that's in the house.
That bodes well.
Is
Okay, that's what I thought.
Thing.
And that is a roll, and that is another roll.
we have to say it like that.
Why does that get my heart doing weird things and such like? Why? Why?
The more he
Also
rolls,
good
the
to
more
just
you're
jump.
like, what's happening?
Stuff
more
is
you
definitely
roll.
happening. You're hearing a struggle. It definitely sounds like stuff's being knocked over in there, and someone is getting hit. Denra, you are up. What is your speed?
30.
Okay.
So, yeah, 30.
So a dash is 60.
Mhm.
Go ahead. For the sake of this, go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
Okay.
And let's say, yeah, go ahead and roll a dexterity check. Let me see how quickly you can get there.
Oh, that's a 17.
Okay. You will arrive in 2 rounds.
Fun. Well, no, I won't rage because I'll lose it. Never mind.
Just booking it. Crickstump.
What's I mean,
So
How's it
you
going?
are Panther looking at a closed door. There is also one shuttered window on this side of the house that you are facing.
I'm crashing through the window. I'm leaping through the window.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check for me as the Panther.
Let's see there. All right, that's not a bad strength for the Panther.
Does momentum
That-
have anything to do with it, like to help him?
You know what? Hopefully it's gonna be fine because there was a 19 on the die, so that's a 21 total.
All right. That is enough to not have to then make a dex save on the other side.
Cool.
You just Panther it up and crash right through the shuttered window. Splintered wood flies everywhere as you bound into the room. I don't know that Archie is much comforted by a Panther now joining the fray.
But you know what? Can I get a lay of the room?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. Let me take a quick look here at your stats.
That's me, right?
Well, let me take a. I'm pretty sure you're going to have keen smell.
I do.
Yeah, you would be making this perception check with smell rather than sight anyway, because it's dark and you can't see that well. So go ahead and make a perception check at advantage.
That is a 22.
Okay. So you can't. I mean, you see very little in here, but you do catch a scent of something else in the room, as if you needed more confirmation that there was something else in the room. But there is. There is a physical thing that is in this room besides Archie.
I was gonna say that is not Archie, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, how much of my movement was used to get in?
I would say 10 feet to get to the window, an additional 5 to get through the window.
Okay, so I've still got plenty of.
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna just base. Do I at least see where Archie is? or-
Yes.
Okay.
You can see his
Well,
face is bloodied. He's taken a bit of a beating.
All right, I'm gonna take a wild stab and try and attack something that is not him.
Okay. You'll be go ahead and roll for an attack at disadvantage.
Yep. Do I do bite or claw? That's the only thing. I think bite is the better way to go. Yeah, it is. Sorry. Doesn't really matter.
You do like fighting, if I remember.
At disadvantage, attack roll. That's an 11.
11 does not hit.
Yeah, I figured as much.
This thing's AC is probably like
So you catch. So as you're in the room, like you can feel wind shifting a bit, and you catch this like very strange odor in the air. You're not sure if you would catch that as yourself, but as the Panther, you can definitely smell something just off, kind of foul. But you try to bite at it and just don't get anything.
All right. With the rest of my movement speed, can I just like side up to Archie real quick?
Sure.
Like just facing the way he's facing, but like just in attack mode.
You sidle up to him, and you are next to him.
Yeah.
All right, Mudpack. You just saw Crickstump dive through the window, which is now open.
I'm jumping right in after him,
Yeah.
for sure.
Doesn't require any kind of check because you're a Panther and it's an open window. So you're.
And it's already open.
Yep.
Hey,
So with
thanks.
15 feet of
Had some.
movement, you are in the room. If you'd like to make a perception check to see what's going on, you can do so. It's smell-o-vision.
At advantage.
At advantage.
Yeah. Smell of, oh man.
Smell-o-vision.
When you put it like that, how can I resist?
Brought to you by Nickelodeon.
Everybody at home, get out your scratch and sniff cards.
It smells like grape.
It's not like soaring over California where they just spray smells at you all the time.
Yeah, the orange when you're flying.
If I could
over it,
break
yeah.
into everybody's house and spray a scent in their face, I would do that. That's how committed I am.
That's how serial killers get started.
Yeah. Mudpack.
That's a 13 for perception.
You catch a lot of varying scents, and it's difficult. You catch like sweat and fear and another Panther. You're not really sure what's going on in this room right now.
Well, since can I use an action to unwild shape and go back to Mudpack? I know I just wild shaped, but
Yeah, that's fine.
I've got dark vision as Mudpack, so this might just be a better.
I would say that you've got some. I know it doesn't listen to the Panther thing, but all cats see in the dark, so it's weird that it's not there. You do have some dark vision as a Panther, and you don't see anything. But you also know that people have reported this as being invisible, so that's not super surprising.
Yeah.
You and me go see in the dark.
I'm trying to keep you from wasting an action.
Thank you. Thanks. I'm just gonna stay Panther friend.
And you can definitely attack an invisible creature. You're just doing so at disadvantage.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and swipe at it with a claw.
Got it.
Yeah.
Like big.
What
What a
Yeah.
nice DM you are, Paul. Such a nice DM.
Well, I'm nice, and that gives me more leeway to be horrible.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. He threw an invisible creature who chops off people's heads
But
and
I'm
takes
also
them.
nice.
And it somehow
Safe.
got
Right
into this
past us.
building right in front of
Just-
me and Hasan.
Like nothing.
Paul's all about emotional torture.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He's great at it.
It's just nuts.
What did we roll for that attack?
6.
Okay.
So that's a good old.
You swipe at the air, claws out, and you can't find it.
Where did it go? Oh
Um,
man. Scared kitty, not happy kitty.
All right, Ilera, go ahead. I assume you're running towards what everybody else is running towards.
yes.
Okay.
Wasn't Liam after Crickstump?
Oh yeah, sorry about that. My sincere apologies.
all good.
Liam, I assume you're doing the same.
Yeah. How far from Archie's
Oh wait,
residence are we?
Quite a ways. Yeah, go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me to see at a dead sprint, how quickly you can do this.
15.
Okay. You will make it there in 2 rounds.
Okay.
Now, Ilera,
am running towards the noise.
Okay, go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
Okay. Speed of 30. Okay. Dex is okay.
This kind of works outside of your normal speed because I hate leaving people out of combat just because you're started far away.
Yeah.
It's not very fun.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay.
Ooh.
You will make it there in half that time. So you'll make it there in one round of combat.
I do that thing that Joe March does where she tucks her skirt up and she's got breeches underneath and just running down the street.
So at the end of the next round, you will be like that 10 feet from the door where Quickstump and Mudpack ended up. Okay. It is Archie's turn. And the Panthers can now see that Archie draws up from the ground this gleaming, radiant-looking hammer, his spiritual weapon, and he's going to go ahead and try to hit this thing with it.
Sweet.
And doing so at disadvantage. And that hits.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Archie.
Archie!
Oh,
Okay.
dude, we don't even need to be here.
So this hammer, it's maybe just because it's big, who knows? But it swings around and crashes into something that's right in front of him. It doesn't really give you any indication of its shape as it hits this thing, but it does at least hit it. Roderick, you are up.
All right. So, how far away am I from like being able to pick up some dirt? Like, is it right below me? Can I just scoop up some dirt?
Yeah, there's dirt somewhere around you. Are you just looking to bury yourself? What's the
Yeah, I'm just gonna put my head in the sand. No. So I would like to pick up 2 big handfuls of dirt, and then I'm gonna try to go in through the window.
Okay.
Because I don't want to disturb the rope and the tambourine that is still
Sure.
nicely perched on the rope in front of the door.
Intricate
You
trap.
did such a good job.
Yeah, I don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
So you've got both hands full, and you're trying to climb in through a window.
Yeah, I mean, Roderick will very happily sacrifice one of his handfuls of dirt if that will make it easier to climb through the window.
It will. I will
Okay.
say.
Pockets?
I would say that. So you are like 8 feet to the window.
Okay. But how many feet to the wall?
I was just thinking, thank you.
We're not going to go there.
Okay.
So if you want to take both hands of dirt, it's going to cost 10 feet of movement to get to
Okay.
the window. If you want one hand free, it'll cost you 5 feet of movement.
You know, I do want both. If I can safely get through with both handfuls
Sure.
of dirt, I do want both.
So you carefully like wedge your way through the window, like, oops, sorry.
Excuse me. Let me just switch around here.
So as you drop down into the house, you have used 18 feet of movement.
Awesome. How close is Archie to me?
Archie is 6 feet away.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna. Well, I guess I should. I don't want to metagame it. So can I do a perception check to see what I notice about what's
Sure.
happening in the room?
Are you gonna throw dirt at Archie?
No.
Gonna pocket sand the cleric.
That's ridiculous. I got an 18.
Okay. As you are stepping in is when Archie hits it with the hammer.
Okay.
So you can see something get impacted by this thing.
Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping. So I would like to throw the dirt at that
Okay.
to try and make it more visible to everybody.
Sure. We're going to call the picking up and the throwing of it your bonus action.
Okay.
As you throw it, it doesn't do quite what you thought it would. You've got a good indication of where to throw it.
Okay.
And as you throw it, it almost like repels, like Like you threw it into the wind.
Oh. Okay.
Not like
Okay.
forcefully. It just doesn't land.
It just doesn't quite land like I was thinking it would on like
Yeah.
some sort of solid ephemeral thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Something so it doesn't just like go through, but it doesn't land.
So is it like floating there in the air, just kind of nebulous, or did
No,
it
just
fall
goes-
to the ground?
And just blows away.
And
on the
okay,
ground.
okay, all right. In that case, Roderick is going to pull out his rapier, and as he says, "You are not fighting with honor," he is gonna try and stab it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll an attack at disadvantage.
Okay.
Even invisible monsters need to fight with honor.
Yeah. I mean, have you met Roderick?
Yes,
Everything.
I have.
21.
21 will hit.
Yay!
Stab.
Oh, max damage.
Hell yeah.
14.
Okay.
Oh, you should roll with disadvantage every time.
Don't say that.
If that's something you'd like to do.
I would
You
be
know-
more than willing to accommodate.
You know, Roderick, that would be the honorable thing to do. So,
I should roll with disadvantage if the monster has disadvantage. That's what would be honorable.
There you go.
All right, so that's bonus action, movement, and action. I think that's it, Roderick.
Yeah, I'm good. Yep.
All right, Ariel, go ahead and roll a dexterity check for me.
Oh man, I'm not doing good here. 7.
Okay. It will take you 3 rounds of combat to get there.
Great. Okay.
You'll be our savior. That's what's going to happen.
You know, clean up batter. Which, to be fair, if we actually went by speed, would take you like 8 rounds.
Much longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Son, you are up.
Yay! I have a question first about one of my spells.
Sure.
If it says, okay, I was thinking of casting Dissonant Whispers, and it says you whisper a melody that only one creature of your choice within range can hear. Do I have to like see it, or can I just know that it's there?
I think for that, if it can hear it, then it can be affected.
Cool. I'm gonna go to the window, but I'm not gonna go through the window. I would like to stay outside the house.
Okay.
I don't really want to be in that house right now.
Classic.
Sure.
Hey, son.
It is a little crowded.
It is a little crowded. People are just swinging at nothing, so
Yeah.
I
And
would just
hitting.
like to cast Dissonant Whispers at 2nd level. It needs to make a Charisma saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh yes, sorry, Wisdom saving. Thank
That's
you.
all right.
You know,
And-
something. You know, save.
And I do want to add that for some reason, as soon as you said dissonant whispers, the thing that popped in my head was dissonant careless whisper. Do 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 do.
Yes.
And he just really hates a saxophone.
2 saxophones. Just a half step.
He rolled it rolled a 17 on the die, so that's
Yeah.
a 19.
Oh.
But it still takes half damage.
Okay.
So that is 4d6 half.
Yep.
Eight points of damage.
Okay.
So entertaining.
It was delightful to watch.
That was beautiful. It was a dance.
You mathing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I would like, as a bonus action, to cast Unsettling Words and expend a Bardic Inspiration die. And it now has. Oh wait, can I do that?
Let me double check here, just real.
Oh wait.
It says expend a Bardic Inspiration die to subtract the number rolled from the creature's next saving throw.
As a bonus action, you can expend 1 use of Bardic Inspiration, choose one creature. Just, yeah, before the start of your next turn. Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, so you do. I would love to know, what are your unsettling words to this thing?
Yes. Yes.
I think
Show
I-
yourself, you coward.
say, coming to a village and preying on the weak only makes you a coward.
Okay.
Whoever you are, whatever you are.
It is. You feel like it's unsettled.
Good. You should feel bad.
You just
I was
duck your
hoping-
head in. You suck.
Pretty
I was
much.
hoping it was gonna be like, your shoes don't match your belt.
How dare
I can't see it. I don't know.
I'm
Yeah,
just
but
assuming they do.
Belt.
Doesn't matter. You're just assuming.
What if it's not wearing shoes?
Or a belt.
All right. Well, it is its turn. I assume you're backing away from the window, Hasan, or are you just going to stay at the window?
Oh, yeah, I'm doing this.
Okay.
Gilroy.
Got it.
Gilroy in it.
All right. So it is its turn, and it has things in front of it. But it doesn't. It's going to attack Archie.
Really? Dang it. I was hoping it would attack me because I hit it.
You want to die?
I don't want Archie to
That
die.
is one hit, one miss. Okay. So you watch as you can't see why this is, but all of a sudden Archie's head slams back and the back of his head smacks the wall like a really resounding thunk as something punches him square in the face. Like really hard.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not sure why, but that is its turn. Denra, you are freight train. You are going,
Yeah.
and you will arrive
Horns down.
in one round.
I can imagine she's like on all fours, just going right for it. Horns out.
Horns out.
Brielle's trailing behind.
Horns out. Corn. No, that's not.
Ariel's getting caught up in a fishing net or something. Like, oh no.
Just to eat my dust.
Ariel's caught in a fishing net like a dolphin.
Oh no.
Crickstump, you are up.
Okay. Sorry, I was just looking at a spell really quick.
Not allowed.
Okay. Sorry.
You're not allowed to know what you do.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
either know your shit or you get out of here.
I just had to make sure it did what I didn't. Yeah. So at this point, I'm actually going to revert out of wild shape, which I'm reading it. It only takes a bonus action. You can stay in B shape for 2 hours before reverting back to your normal form, or as a bonus action earlier. So.
I
No, I'm
believe
just-
so. Let me just double check there real quick.
Yeah. No.
I know
go
that's
ahead.
definitely the case for the Circle of the Moon.
Yeah.
I am not, so. But, are you?
I'm reading it right now. But
What
I'm
circle are
wild.
you?
on druid features. So.
Yeah.
It takes an action to wild shape, but it says or as a bonus action.
Honestly,
earlier.
that makes sense to me.
I think it's
Okay.
the moon druid can do it both. as a bonus
Yeah.
action.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Okay.
So you use your bonus action to pop out a wild shape.
Okay, and then I am going to cast in front of Archie, but in a circle where it's not hitting anybody else. So like just in front of him in like a wide circle. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam,
Got it.
and I assume that in a radius it might hit something. Is what I'm going for.
So 5-foot radius.
Is it 5 foot?
Yes.
It's, yeah.
5 feet across, 40 feet high.
Yes. 5 foot radius, so 10 feet in diameter,
Yeah.
all the way. I'm just hoping that right in front of him or close to is pretty much where it is.
Yep. Sounds good. So just basically putting the edge of it right in front of Archie.
It is a con saving throw on whatever the creature is.
Okay, and it is right there, so it will make that con. It succeeds with a nat 20.
Oh.
Okay.
Of
That's okay.
course
It
it
still takes
does.
half. It still takes half damage.
Yeah.
Yep. So what is that? So I'm gonna roll this. Cool. So that's 10. So that's 16. So that's 8 radiant damage.
Okay.
And again, I'm just reading this out loud, just in case it is something. It is engulfed in ghostly flames, so maybe that makes it seen by anyone else. And if it's a shape changer, it reverts to its original form, just in case that is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just in case, like I'm spitballing on,
absolutely.
Like, hey. This could be something.
So you cast it with that in mind, and you are interested to see that it does not change shape.
Okay.
It does not suddenly appear or anything like that.
Is it engulfed in ghostly flames?
Yes and no. Yes, kinda, and it doesn't really give you any kind of useful information.
Huh.
It just looks like flames.
Okay, but is it in a particular area?
Yes.
Okay, that's kind of what I was going for, because I was either going to do that or, that or fairy fire, and just as long as it's like kind of where we can see where it is, that's kind of what.
So what you gain information about it is that it does it is some kind of form.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't necessarily call it humanoid.
That's cool.
But it's not just like everywhere in the room or anything like that.
Okay.
It'd be weird if it was humanoid.
Yeah, I didn't expect. I mean, come
on. All right. That's bonus action. All you got left is movement if you want to do it.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay right where I am.
All right. In that case, Liam, you will make it to the front in one round. Running.
Just moving my big legs.
Yeah.
Big strides.
You should run like an anime character with your hands out behind you. You know, like
Naruto run. Yeah.
I could definitely imagine that as all these people are running towards one location, there's an anime theme song playing in the background.
I mean, it has to.
Yeah. I mean, Lauren could tell us what theme song it is.
Much pressure to pick right now.
Yeah, it's too many.
It's mainly it's mainly tambourine, but hers is occupied at the moment. So yeah.
Just a solo tambourine rendition of an anime theme song.
Yep.
Ooh,
lots of jump cuts.
Hey, Paul.
Yes.
This is just for a reaction that I might do, but like, can I infer where this creature is?
At this moment, yes.
Okay. I'm just because my reaction says I have to be able to see where it is.
What is the reaction that you're wanting to do?
Well, it's not yet, but it is just Halo Spores. It says when a creature you can see moves into a space within 10 feet of you or starts its turn there. This is I will leave it up to
I would say it does not count for that.
Okay, then I won't. I'm good.
I would say with Fairy Fire, I would say yes, but it's not its main intention for this spell, so I would say no.
Checks out. Yeah. I don't want to bend.
Oh no! You just want to double check everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mudpack, you are up.
Yeah. So it's now in the moonbeam.
It is currently in a moonbeam.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to swipe at it because I don't want to damage myself.
Okay.
So I'm also going to use my bonus action to unwild shape so I can use some of my magic too.
Got it. So
what I
you
got.
turn back into a gnome. You actually shrink a little bit.
Yep. So small. Cool. So I want to cast Flame Blade
Okay.
and get as close to it as I can to try and stab through and touch the blade with. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a fiery blade just suddenly appears in your hand.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a melee spell attack.
Yeah.
How have I never heard of this spell? That's cool.
So that is 16.
16 will hit.
Nice.
Yes. Cool. All right.
Nice.
So that's
Ooh.
gonna be 3d.
Mew pack. That's nice.
Yeah.
So technically, just so you're aware, we're just going to keep on like it was. Technically, I think the way this works is that it's a bonus action to cast it, and then you would use your action to attack. However, because you could have used your bonus action to unwild shape in the previous turn, we're just going to say it happened that way.
I appreciate you and that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, but I want to do that.
Yeah, no, this is a cool move.
Thanks for checking on that.
Yeah. Because I'd not read this spell, and it's cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool spell.
So you hit it, and that did hit. So that's what, 3d6, is that correct?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So it's 13
Second level spell.
fire damage.
Nice.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah.
We're just setting it on fire. Let's.
Yeah, let's hope we. No, never mind.
So I'm gonna jump back just to get like control of my flame blade, so I know where it is, and it's not gonna light anything
It's
on
like
fire
as
that I
Yeah,
don't
close
want
you
it.
and it actually lights up the room. Very pretty.
Hell yeah.
Hey,
Well, that's good because I'm a
Still
human, so
perfect.
I don't have dark vision.
Yeah.
still purpose.
Roderick, you can now see.
Whoa!
There was like a lantern that's been knocked over and snuffed out. So the room was dark, but now it's not.
Good. So I didn't see the Panthers transform into themselves, so I'm not mad about that. Awesome.
You will be though.
I will be.
Okay, Ilera, you arrive 10 feet with your full movement. You are now 10 feet away from the front door.
Okay. I would like to move the 10 feet to the front door.
Well, that's like all of your movement on this
oh,
turn.
is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if there's an action or bonus action you want to do from here, you can do that.
I don't know how much I can see through the broken window.
Not much.
Okay. Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Okay.
I mean, I can't see it. I can't spell at it. So I'll move towards that.
That's what I figured, but I just wanted to give you an opportunity. All right. It is Archie's turn. And Archie's just going to keep on trying to hit it with his spiritual weapon. So his hammer just swings back around.
Get him, Mark. Get him.
Hits it for 200 points of damage. Things out.
Just
We're done.
Blade.
Good job. Good job. High
I mean,
five,
he's still a
everybody.
cleric.
Hey, don't shut up, clerics.
But that actually does hit. Kind of a glancing blow on the thing, but
Just enough to take it. No.
does
Yeah.
impact, kind of knocks it in the
How does
side.
Archie want to do this?
Archie glancing blow is like 40 damage.
Yeah, right.
It was 6 damage.
We all start somewhere. It's fine.
Respectable.
We all start somewhere.
Yeah, we've all had our first days adventuring. It's fine.
Archie's like the old cleric in the group, and you're like, good try.
Yeah.
Good job, kiddo. Good job. Good job.
My cleric would kill you all if you did that to him.
Roderick, you are up.
Okay. So I'm assuming I can't like try to disarm it because I don't know what I'd be disarming.
No, you would assume that would be
Yeah.
useless.
Okay. So then we're just, and I still have a general idea of where it is because of the fiery stuff happening.
I mean, you're still rolling a disadvantage regardless.
Right, but I'm not rolling like against nothing potentially. I am at
Yeah,
least
I mean-
going to be rolling against something.
Yes, basically anytime you're fighting an
Okay.
invisible enemy, like you can always attempt.
It's kind of like Predator. Like if you look real close, you can kind of see
Yeah,
that something is
see the
there.
wavy lines.
Okay, cool.
He's got
I'm
a telltale shimmer.
good enough for me. He's got a telltale shit.
If it bleeds, we can
Oh
kill
well, not sure I need to roll again, but I got a 9.
it. Okay. 9 does not hit.
Yeah. So
If I say it like 9,
I got
I'll
a
do better.
No.
Just waves a $5 bill in front of the camera.
I'll Venmo
potential
you.
sponsorship says I got a
9 plus 5. You swipe at it,
No,
and
I
it
have-
just goes through.
Yeah, I have other stuff I can do, but without being able to really hit it reliably, it would kind of be a waste. So I'm just gonna stand at that.
Okay. All right, Ariel, you are disentangling yourself. You are. You found a coffee shop, just one of those little like kiosks, and they make a really good Americano, and
Oh
you're just
my
gonna pop in for a
God.
minute. But they also have they got bagels, and
They're
like
all sick.
who can
Bagels?
pass up a bagel?
And they're open in the middle of the night. It's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
what is this-
Not
what is
her.
this place?
None of them are
Wow.
withering either. It's great.
And
That's a crazy bagel place.
and the locks that they serve with the bagels, they catch it just right over there, right over there.
Oh, she knows she's about that. That's
Yeah.
what she's there for.
Does she eat fish? Is that? Or does she
Oh my-
love fish?
Both.
She loves them and she eats them.
Yeah, she loves to eat them.
Think about how many fish the mermaids in The Little Mermaid ate all the time.
All the time. You'd have to.
You know, it's worse. Think about how many
None?
Pokemon people eat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's disturbing.
In one of the
Go on.
games, there is a restaurant that serves
Fancy
Pokemon.
Tauros.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
yes,
They talk about
Fancy
Tauros
Tauros.
steaks.
it's canon.
Honestly, yeah.
I mean,
checks
Tauros
out.
and Miltank, that kind of makes sense. They're cows.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And I mean, now there's a cake Pokemon, so like we're eating that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'd eat
But we
that.
don't eat the trash.
It
Pokemon.
is- it's a literal cake.
Yeah.
Ice
You know
cream
what?
cones and
Yeah.
I like
Trubbish.
Magikarp too, if you want your fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I bet Magikarp's super flaky.
hey Son.
Wait, would Torchic be your chicken?
Oh my god.
Not
No,
if
I don't
it's
want to think about that.
my-
It's so
my
scary.
turn. I'm going now.
Hey Son, you go for
Please,
it.
please.
I would like to cast Dissonant Whispers again.
All right.
Please.
And it will have disadvantage on this roll.
Yes, it freaking will.
And that time it only rolled an 8.
Nice.
Boom! I'm using that other second level spell slot. So.
All right.
Yay.
Wait, why did it have disadvantage on that one?
Because she told it sucked.
She did her bardic thing.
And it takes 15 points of damage.
Wow.
That's solid.
Yeah. I am a professional at making things feel bad about themselves.
Aw, good job, buddy. Good job.
Nice work, Pat.
Yeah, you did. That was a really good one.
So for this very effective dissonant whisper, what's the whisper? What are you trying to inflict in its mind?
Get out of my town. Rosebud.
It's okay.
I don't know.
That's
I'm
all
sorry.
right.
Sure.
Put on
The
spot.
pressure's
I don't
growing.
know.
Too much hype. Too much
Ugly.
hype.
You're ugly.
You're ugly. There you go.
Or maybe maybe the lyrics to a really annoying song that's gonna get stuck in its head, like
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
Baby Shark do 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 Baby Shark do do.
Viewer,
Chicken
viewer
wing,
drops his
chicken
hair
wing.
and
I feel like
viewing.
Hate's just
Lonely.
whispering awful curses because people who hurt his friends.
Sure,
I like it.
I'm into them.
Sure.
Ring and dark Hason, I like it.
I like it.
Sometimes. Only get started once in a while.
May you
Now-
always stub your toe.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay,
Ooh, that's a curse.
Hey Son, anything you like to for a bonus action?
I would like to expend another bardic inspiration die and have this. It has disadvantage again.
You're just scaring him to death.
Yeah, and it's
Just bullying him to death.
it's pretty effective.
Fucking suck.
Good work. It is
Yeah.
its turn, and it starts its turn. It has no choice. It starts its turn in the moonbeam. So it needs to roll that Constitution check, I believe.
Here's the thing. So I was just reading it. So when a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on
That's right.
a turn,
It can
or
only
starts its turn there. So I think it's only
it's one or the other.
Once
Yeah.
a turn. So once it gets back to me,
Then it'll reset. Yeah, I just remembered that from previous times we've done this.
Yeah, we've done that before. I think we did. Didn't we do that in the ghost town?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it will move out of the moonbeam.
Patrick.
You talk about Pokemon. You should have transformed into Jigglypuff before you cast Moonbeam.
So
No,
You know,
that is a
actually,
Clefairy move.
it
Yeah.
won't. It will stay.
Oh.
Because Archie is up against a wall. It can't get any closer to him.
Sorry.
So it's just going to stay
Okay.
and hit him.
It's going to.
This shit don't care.
Well, you say hit him. but-
You say, yeah.
The first one is a miss, maybe because he's all distracted by the moonbeam.
Yeah.
The second one is also a miss.
Nice.
Nice.
Beam!
Get it, Archie.
Maybe Heisan did the lyrics to Moonshadow, and it was like, yeah.
So it's trying. It's Archie's like got his hands up and somehow has blocked these attacks. Denra, your full movement takes you 10 feet to the door.
I can't see anything
No.
besides this
I was gonna say,
moonbeam.
has anyone walked through the door at this point?
No, the door is closed
Got a
and
trap
locked.
on it.
It's
Oh,
booby
it's
trapped.
Locked.
I mean, booby
Oh,
trap. It's
locked.
got a tambourine on it.
Booby trapped!
Thank you,
Really
Mudpack,
getting
thank
that
you.
tambourine.
You're welcome.
I'm real glad I bought that. It's coming in use.
Denra, go ahead and make Go ahead and
Well,
make an
I was-
intelligence check.
Okay. Great thing to ask the barbarian to do. Although I'm not that stupid. Except for right now, 3.
Except for this moment.
Okay. All right, Crickstump, you are up.
Oh well, I mean, can I
Oh.
not do anything? I was gonna, because I have a thing I can do.
What would you like to do?
I was gonna, because I have a Minotaur thing, because I have what is it, Goring Rush. Immediately after you use the dash action on your turn, which I would do to close those 10 feet, and move at least 20 feet, which I've already done. You can make one melee attack with your horns as a bonus action. I'll do it on
So,
the door.
because we're doing this a little differently than just using your speed, we're saying that like you get there
With just my movement, though.
with kind of everything.
Okay.
Because if we
Then,
just
yeah.
if we just based it off your speed, you'd be here in about 10 turns.
Okay.
So this is me kind of splitting the difference on that.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, I'll just be ready then
'Kay.
to crack heads if they are there.
Crickstump, you are up.
All right. Now that it's my turn, I'm not gonna move the moonbeam.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna stay in place because I have to use an action to move it.
Right.
So, I'm a little confused on like, so do I have to keep using moonbeam because I know I have to keep concentration.
No,
on
it's just there.
okay. So now that it's my turn again, does it start
On
by
its
making that-
next turn,
on
it will.
its next turn?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wasn't 100%.
Yeah.
Sure
Now
if,
that it's
like,
now that it's reset, when it begins its next turn, there it will have to make that save.
Okay, so at this point, then I am going to try and use Fairy Fire on it.
Okay.
And gotta look at Fairy Fire real quick. Okay. So it makes a Dex roll.
All right, and it will do this at disadvantage.
Dex save.
Welcome.
That is a 12.
That just misses. The DC was 13.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So as you cast Fairy... And actually, what is the radius for Fairy Fire?
It is a 20-foot cube.
So everybody in the room is going to have to make the same...
Well, because I know I'm.
You can place yourself outside of it.
Well, okay, because I'm trying to think.
Okay,
if it's going in front.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking if it's in front of me and Archie was right next to me.
Sure, you could place it in such a way where you and Archie do not need to make the roll, but it's unavoidable to catch Mudpack and Roderick in it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I hope you guys are fine with it. Like, we need to be able to see this now.
Well, it's a bit late for that, isn't it?
This is why I stayed outside the house.
No, it's fine.
So Mudpack and Roderick, go ahead and make that dexterity save as well. As this purple energy suddenly like washes over everything.
16.
Can I use my DM inspiration die to roll again? Or maybe just to automatically save?
I would advise against that.
Okay. Then I got a 7.
Okay. Roderick, adding insult to injury, you are now purple and sparkly.
Yeah, I mean, if everybody else can transform, why not Roderick?
Beautiful.
Can he be green and
He's
sparkly?
just
Sure,
gonna,
you are
he
green
would,
and sparkly.
Honestly, Roderick would be like, God damn it.
You've just transformed into a glow stick.
Yeah, that glitter's never coming off, buddy.
But so has this thing in the middle.
Nice.
And
what do we see?
what you see is it appears to have 2 arm-type limbs. It's about 7 feet in height. It moves. It like it's like if you took a dust devil and you gave it arms.
So does it look like it's made of air?
Yeah, kinda.
Can we make
Wait,
some
not
sort of
we're not talking about
knowledge
the
check?
vacuum.
It's some of the thing that's hitting Archie.
No, the
No,
monster
no.
does not look like a
Dust devil.
vacuum.
Dust devil.
Thank you. Just
Yeah.
like
It's like a giant dust devil with arms.
It's cordless. It's got one of those pull-up attachments that you can do the curtains with.
High
A little
quality.
tornado. It's a little tornado, basically.
Yes.
It's like Tasmanian devil.
And so what you
but
see is that
bigger
it's like
and funnier.
constantly
Yeah.
moving. It does have kind of like a head. It's very strange to look at, especially since the thing is not supposed to be seen.
Going back to what Alex just said, is there any chance we can make like a wisdom check?
Yeah, some sort of knowledge check to know if we know what this is.
I will say that
would
at the end of combat, those
Okay.
who have seen it will have a chance to do that.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay. That is your turn, Crookstump, I believe. Yes.
Yes. That, actually, now that I can see it,
Mm-hmm.
can I Halo of Spores it?
Yes, you
Isn't
can.
that a reaction though?
It is a reaction, so I will wait until its turn.
And I believe it's movement. So if it doesn't move, I don't know that you get.
You know what? I think you're right.
Yeah.
Let me just log.
So it's got to move within or without.
Halo Spores. When a creature you can see moves into a space within 10 feet of you or starts its turn there.
Or starts its turn there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
I will wait till its turn.
got it. Liam, you arrive,
So-
arms pumping.
So I just had a quandary.
Yeah.
Well, 2 things. So is fairy fire concentration, which means your moonbeam's not happening now?
Ooh, let me look. Fairy Fire.
I think you are correct.
You are correct. My
Okay.
moonbeam is not a thing anymore.
Okay.
All right.
So no moonbeam, but you can see the thing.
You can see it. Is it possible to cut the distance of getting to the house by making a beeline for one of the walls, because I want to just try and bust through one of the walls of the house.
No, this is the shortest point.
Okay. Sure thing. I can rebuild it. It's fine.
Well, but yeah, I'm worried as someone inside the house.
We're just gonna collapse the house with everybody inside. It'll be fine. It'll be
Barbarians
fine.
want to
I
fight,
don't care
damn it.
about rebuilding the house.
You don't know if that's not a load-bearing wall.
Again,
Wow.
this is why I didn't go in the
Hey,
house.
son.
Yeah, Liam-
Hey, son, you're smart. We know you're smart.
Liam, go ahead and make a general contractor roll.
Tools, yeah.
I'm gonna have to see if you're licensed and bonded. Okay.
No, that wall was scheduled to come down.
You
Listen, I know the
Already
blueprints.
there,
That architect
efficiency.
doesn't know what he's talking about. This wall's fine. This wall's fine. We'll just put a pillar there.
God.
Oh man.
Mudpack, you are up.
Woohoo! Swipe with the flame sword on the sparkly thing.
Go for it, and you are not rolling a disadvantage anymore.
But
Yay!
Not an
Roger
advantage,
Sparkly.
just a straight roll.
My brain right now is going, how do I draw a thing made of air that's sparkly and green and glowing? that
I
doesn't
mean,
have
if you're not
body?
drawing a vacuum, you're doing it wrong.
That's 11.
11 does not hit.
Didn't think so.
any bonusy action?
Mm,
Also, wait, hold on.
mm.
Doesn't Fairy Fire make it an advantage roll?
Yes, but basically all attacks against us are at disadvantage. It's just the
Oh, okay.
nature of the
So it's
thing.
just- it-
So it's a
got it.
straight roll.
Got it. Understand. I was like, wait, something. Okay.
A clue. Mudpack got nothing. Mudpack
Okay.
got nothing.
All right. Ilera. Ilera, if you would like to, you can join this fray.
Yoki.
You see Hassan ducking next to the window, so you have a feeling you could get a line of sight through this window.
Okay, yes. I would like to look through that window.
Okay, you look through the window, you see a very strange sight. Roderick is glowing, and past Roderick is another strange glowing thing that people seem to be fighting.
Okay. How far away from me is the glowing green dust devil?
We're gonna say once you're at the window,
Yeah.
like 8 feet or so.
Okay, great. I would like to cast True Strike, which is a at-will cantrip I have
Mhm.
that gives me brief insight into the defenses of that creature.
Okay. Yeah, so on your next turn, you will gain advantage on the on your attack roll against this target.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Megan and I have all the same spells because every time she casts something, I'm like, oh, that sounds
Oh.
familiar.
So you look at it, and it's like your sight's narrow. You get a little bullseye on it. You are ready to hit this thing.
Okay. You guys will
Anything?
never guess what I'm going to use. No, that's it.
Okay.
Does it rhyme with Smeldritch Smast?
Almost. It's pretty damn close.
Okay.
It is Archie's turn, and he really
One
doesn't
shot.
have that many attacks. He kind of just has spiritual weapon. He's not really an offensive powerhouse or anything.
He is a healer. So.
But he rolled a 19 on the dice. There's that.
Well, he's doing good work.
Darn right he did.
But only a 1 on the damage dice. So,
Oh.
He is getting beat up, so he's just getting a little tired.
Good try, Archie. That was a good try.
Everyone starts somewhere.
He's getting a little bleary-eyed. Like you can't really.
well, everybody's there now, and it's like he's like, man, do I really have to expend all this energy? I'm gonna have to heal everybody in a minute anyway.
And
I mean,
himself.
he's the only one that's been attacked.
It's true. Roderick, you are up.
All right. So now that I can see it and myself much much better. I still, I mean,
Quickstump just whispers, "I made it a fair fight for you."
yes, thank you so much for this green monstrosity. And he does say monstrosity.
I believe that. I buy that.
Yeah, it happened on accident because I was embodying Roderick so well. Is there still? Do you think there's anything to disarm about a creature made?
Now that you see it, there is absolutely nothing about it to disarm.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I thought. Cool. Then I'm just gonna try to stab it with my rapier.
Okay.
Oh, that's a nat 20, everybody.
Hey!
Welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So roll
I
the
just-
dice and double them, and then add your modifiers.
All right, so that is terrible. So I rolled a 1.
Oh my god.
So I do 8 damage.
Okay.
But I would. I know. Thank you so much. This is what Roderick gets when he crits. But I am gonna use my action surge, so that I can take an additional action
Got it.
because since I can see it, I'm gonna take advantage of that.
So you bound forward, swish, 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 and it does a little bit.
It does
Let's go-
shockingly
let's go
little. But then I got a 24, which I'm assuming will hit.
24 will hit.
And I did 14 damage on my non-critical hit. So
It looks like it's having trouble like holding together.
nice.
It's-
I'm gonna shout. Roderick would definitely be like, "Why don't you attack somebody your own size?"
Okay.
He knows it doesn't
Liam's
make
just
sense. It's fine.
outside.
I would like to think that while this is happening between my turns, I'm playing like battle music to accompany.
On what instrument?
Yeah.
On the tambourine.
On
No.
the flute.
On my flute.
It's just like Flight of the Bumblebees.
I want you to one-man band it like Dick Van Dyke in Mary
I have
Poppins.
all of my
Yes.
Yeah.
switching between them.
I mean,
All
that's
right.
a true bard.
Ariel, you coffee in hand, you are gonna be there in one round.
Great.
Hey
Means
Son,
you ate your bagel though.
you are up.
All right, I am yet again going to attempt to cast Dissonant Whispers because it seems to be working relatively well. So why stop?
It does.
We would love it.
It did roll an 18 on the dice. That's a total of 20.
Okay, well it still takes half.
Okay. This time, 100%, I want you to tell me what you whisper. Take a minute, but I want to know.
Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna roll first.
If I ever see you around these parts again.
That's 14 points of damage. Oh no, half.
Reduced to
Half.
7.
So it's reduced to 7. Thank
Yeah.
you for reminding. He says, if you hit that cleric one more time, I will send you back to whatever pit of hell you came from.
Yeah.
Okay. And for the first time since you've seen this thing, it turns.
No!
and it seems to move just a little bit before its whole form just dissipates.
What happened?
And after
His mom pops up from the window and is like, "That's right, I fucking told you so."
and 3 seconds later, the door comes flying off of its hinges as Denra arrives.
Son of a bitch! She says. She throws down her glaive.
The horns first, just crashing through the door. In fact, I'd like Crickstump, Roderick,
Yeah.
Archie to all make dex saving throws.
If I kill Archie, I swear to
Back
God.
need to make a deck saving throw.
Nice.
I think Mudpack, you're a little further away.
Great.
Um,
He's also
Don't
carrying
kill
an
anything
enormous
and then
thing
I
of
kill the
fire.
fucking
Click,
cleric.
click.
yeah, Archie succeeded in that. Mudpack, what'd you get? Or sorry, not Mudpack. Crickstump, what'd you get?
I got a 19.
Okay, that succeeds. And Roderick, what'd you get?
Got a nat 20.
Okay, Roderick, you do a goddamn backflip.
Yeah.
And the door just comes flying like right behind you. As you
Got
do,
spidey sense.
you do the party trick. You know, like guys who can do backflips, like at every party you go to, for some reason they do a backflip. You're just like that. We're just in a living room.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why you did that.
You know,
Yep.
Paul. Yeah, I remember high school. It's all good.
So nobody takes any damage as the door just comes whoosh, crashing across the room, and a very energetic Minotaur followed very closely behind by a Firbolg enter the room,
Howdy, guys.
and eventually Ariel. And I want to share something with you real quick. So I did the math on this before tonight, because I wanted to see, like, okay, if I did it by the book, how long would it actually take you to get from where you were to the fight? And it would take, for someone with a speed of 35, it would take 18 rounds of combat.
Archie would be
This island was smaller than that. God damn.
Can we do it like Duck Duck Goose style and just go really, really fast?
And
You
that's
go,
just
you go,
that's
you
just
go,
at
you
like
go,
a
you go.
quarter of a mile.
Wow.
Stayed in
Jeez.
town.
Wow.
And a quarter of a mile isn't that long.
Seen that.
No,
Well, I
it's
killed
not.
the door, guys.
Yeah.
Door's dead.
Yes.
So everybody who saw it, go ahead and make a history check.
Will I get advantage because of my sage researcher background?
Sure.
Where'd it go?
Didn't really roll that well, but.
No!
Ugh.
So Archie's going to take a moment to heal himself back up. And I'll go around. Mudpack, what'd you get?
19.
Okay. Elara.
Do I get advantage because I'm a book nerd?
No.
That's an 8.
Okay. Roderick.
6, please.
Okay. Crickstump.
Take a 2.
Okay. Hason.
14.
Okay.
What did Archie roll?
Archie rolled a 6 plus
Oh.
5. So 11 total. So as you're all catching your breath, taking a moment, the adrenaline is starting to slowly fade. Archie puts the lantern back up and relights it. He looks around, his face is all bloodied, and he says, well, I think we killed it, whatever it was. Ugh.
I would sure hope so.
Are you all right?
Do we think there's more of them?
I'm not sure. I was sitting, I was doing some devotionals, and I heard a bit of a rattle from across the room, and all of a sudden it was just on me. I
Yes,
don't
we
know
were
if
out
that's the only
practicing.
one.
What part of the room? Was it by an open window or door?
He points across the room, and there is in fact a small window.
Damn it.
A small window. It can squeeze itself quite small then. Well, if it's only air, I suppose.
Based on what we saw, it did seem very ethereal. So
It did. I've encountered elementals before, but nothing with this kind of tenacity. Thank you all for coming to my aid. It seemed like it wasn't going to stop until I was dead. Nothing seemed to deter it.
It was very single-minded, almost.
Yeah, it was only centered on you there. I don't know what that's about, but
I'm not sure.
Did Willow tell you about this creature and the concerns?
Yes, I spent some time ministering aid to some of the people here. They're in quite terrible shape. But I was filled in on what's been happening. This is horrible, and I'm honestly not... I'm not entirely sure why it would target me unless it just wants these people in a very vulnerable state. Do we have any idea where it came from? Was it acting on its own? Was it... What caused this?
Well, from what we could gauge, it seemed to be they were from somewhere on the island, but never really expressed it. It seemed that the storm that we were actually in was when they started to... No, it wasn't a storm that we were in, but it was a big storm that happened, and it started happening shortly after that. So I guess there was that part, but it was also part of it that it did take out the cleric here before it started attacking everybody else. So it seems to have at least some knowledge that you were the most capable of protecting the people.
That or whoever sent it, that's got the knowledge, if anybody.
What I do know about elementals is that they're not particularly intelligent, crafty things generally. I just can't imagine that this thing is working for itself. There must be something guiding it, something directing it. Perhaps you can track, well, it was invisible, I'm not sure, but perhaps it can be tracked to wherever it came from?
It's certainly worth taking a look around the island, for sure. We just have to make our way around the sides of these cliffs. We were able to notice that there was a way to get around the backside of the island if we found a way around through the water along the cliffs.
I mean, my guess is probably best not to do it with no light out, too.
You said that they're not very intelligent, so perhaps, not working on their own or someone else controlling them. Is there anyone that you think doesn't want this to be a success here? Perhaps there's someone on the island who actually doesn't want people to get well or doesn't want you to help. Maybe someone doesn't want this operation to be successful.
Well, I honestly don't know. If it's targeting me, then it definitely wants them weaker for whatever reason. But I'd heard that the attacks only started, about a month ago. So I'm not sure.
Well, they've also been taking the heads.
Right.
Do we
No, go ahead.
Out of character question.
Yeah.
When we asked about the first cleric, he went missing, right? He wasn't found dead with
he was found dead.
Oh, he was. He's dead with
I
head
asked
off
that,
like
yeah.
everyone else?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Then I don't have another question. That was
Mudpack, you sit and as everybody else is speaking, you think for a bit, and it does occur to you what this creature would have been. And it definitely occurs to you that this is something that would not be acting on its own. So something has sent this. And with that, we're going to go ahead and go to our break. So sit tight. We'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, we are back. Welcome back from break. I hope you had a good one. We did too. As we left the action, most of the party had come together to defeat this strange invisible creature that was attacking poor Archie, the cleric who just arrived today, is getting his ass beat. And Mudpack had just figured out what this thing is. So everybody's having a discussion of what to do about it.
Something came to me. I think I've heard tell of these things.
What is
It's
it?
called it's an invisible stalker.
It doesn't sound very good at all.
App's
No,
name.
they the one thing I know about them really is that they must be summoned by something in order to obtain a target to relentlessly hunt
Well,
until
with that in mind, then that would mean
And be on Kickstarter.
Sorry, someone take credit for Liam's idea.
Yeah.
Say it.
Yeah.
yes, yes, Liam. That would possibly mean that the summoner knew that Archie came today. What you said does clock.
That's good to know.
Yes.
Then it had to maybe somebody in the greeting party that knew about us.
I mean, Archie, did you see anybody in particular while you were around today, or just people that you were?
Honestly, I don't think I encountered anyone who was in any kind of state that would make them some kind of venerable foe. Most of the people I saw today were very, very ill. I'm going to have him roll a check real quick. I did, however, now that you're speaking of it, since you rolled a 19 on the die, I did feel something odd as I came back. I came back to my cabin here. It was a sense, like a not quite like a presence, but it felt like someone was watching. So
is this the same house as the other cleric? Did you share?
Yes.
We need to search this house. I think it's either marked, or.
Well, it's
I think
possible
that's my first thought,
that maybe something looked in from
Regardless,
afar.
it sounds like we need to talk to more of these people who live in this village. I mean, you don't really know them. We can't necessarily, as much as I would like to believe that everyone is good-willed, we just don't know.
I don't know that would be entirely safe for you.
It might not be, but I don't really know if there's any other way around it.
I mean,
Well,
I could, certainly speak to a lot of these people tomorrow, since I am to be here, but I do not want to put all of you at unnecessary risk.
Well, I suppose we could, if you asked around town here, because it looks like this thing wouldn't attack during the day, so there's at least that. We should probably have you ask around the town, and we could all venture on the outside of the cliff to see if there's something on the outskirts of the island.
I think that that would make the most sense. Perhaps there's something, everyone's in, so risk is fairly low. Perhaps there, I know we've got all these cliffs around, but maybe there's a way through. Maybe there's something, I don't know, how this thing got from wherever it was to here.
Well, we did see that there was a way to get around the outside of the cliffs from the shoreline, but me and Alera were looking and standing around. We did see what could reasonably have been some kind of a small path that led up and over the cliffs, but certainly worth looking into, I suppose.
I think investigating tonight. No, don't go anywhere. Now, don't put yourselves in danger like that, but do some safe investigating around here, perhaps, and,
Then venture outside of the rock circle on the next morning.
Mm-hmm. I don't want you going
Yes.
out there at night if you can help it. I mean, I hate the thought of you on my regard, on my behalf, you know.
Now, Mudpack, do you say you know about this creature? Do you know if it had to have been summoned close to here, or if it was maybe summoned far away and traveled to here?
That I don't know.
Well, if something was scrying on me from afar, then perhaps, well, it could mean all kinds of things. They wouldn't necessarily need to be right next to it, perhaps. If it's some kind of powerful magic thing.
Well, yes, as someone who doesn't use magic, who fights the honorable way, I just don't know much about any of that. So, is that possible for someone to have cast this spell for this creature to appear inside this house while being far away?
Archie puts a hand on your shoulder, Roderick, and he says, Roderick, anything is possible.
They say that.
And I mean that literally.
Those people assert that.
I've heard it said.
There you go. Denver wants to partially kind of walk out of the building to see if there's anyone like looking around, like trying to see all the commotion, and also maybe if this thing left any tracks, like a whooshing of the air in a direction. I mean, maybe a survival check or something. I don't know.
Yeah. So you walk outside. You do see some. Now that the commotion has died down, you do see some houses are lit, like people have relit their lanterns. Nobody is out. You see a couple windows are cracked, like they're looking outside, but nobody is going to dare venture out.
I'll put my weapon away so it doesn't look like I'm, still in a fight. At least they're at ease.
Go ahead and make a survival check. I will tell you that
It's probably real hard.
the DC for tracking this is going to be 21.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if it's
Not
it's
impossible.
25. Yeah, I was gonna say 25 would be impossible for her, but that could be maybe. No, that's a 16.
Okay. You begin to look and see what you can find.
I don't stray too far.
Okay.
Just as a note, I'm staying near the breast of the party,
Got it.
within 30 feet. Just kidding.
Hey, son.
Hasan wants to ask Archie if he can heal him, or if he needs healing, or if he wants healing, if he's bleeding, I don't know.
Archie,
You want a Band-Aid? I got a first aid kit in my pocket.
Band-Aid.
Archie
just punched you in the face. You
I
good?
really need
wipes
to
some
feel
blood
useful right now.
off of his face, and he says, I'm doing all right. Thank you, though. I appreciate it, and I heard you obviously contributed quite a lot in saving me, and I thank you for that.
But what did he do?
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Magical things, Roderick.
Yeah, I fought dishonorably, so you probably wouldn't want to hear about it.
Well, I'm not mad about the dishonor. The thing was invisible. That's not exactly honorable.
You said using magic was dishonorable, Robert, but
I never said that.
You did, as I say out from the window.
Using magic in a one-on-one fight is dishonorable.
fine.
So
You win.
not a one-on-one fight.
Liam is gonna go over and pick up Archie's door and reattach it into the door frame.
Okay. It doesn't take much to just put it in the door frame. There are two decently sized holes in it where the horns went through first. But it does close.
Anybody got mending?
Yes, actually.
A couple minutes using mending would get this in decent repair.
Nice.
Reattach it, patch up those holes.
Can you imagine how easy
put that back
drywall
into
jobs
place.
would be if you had
Right?
mending?
Oh my god.
Just anything would be.
It's a breeze. Speaking of weird magic stuff. Mudpack wanted to ask Archie, is the things in this home, did you bring everything here that is here, or was there anything here when you got here?
There was almost nothing in here when I arrived. I think they'd cleared most of it out, or perhaps buried it with him. I'm not entirely sure, but no, all the personal effects here are mine.
I'm still gonna cast Detect Magic to see if there's anything besides
Sure.
what's in our party.
You push your awareness out, and
My hair goes with it a little bit.
kind of waves out. And no, it's actually pretty devoid of magic right now.
Okay. Right now. I don't feel anything besides you lot, but that's not a bad thing.
Roderick, what do you got?
Are there any? Did the creature leave any sort of remains, or is it all just gone?
Completely gone.
Okay, I just wanted to double check because, yeah.
Just some dust off the ground. Yeah.
Well, Roderick would have totally taken
Oh,
some.
yeah.
Sure. Yeah, though
Yeah.
there was nothing left. It just
Yeah.
Just grab that dust you threw at it and be like, take that back.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say that you could deduce that this was an elemental,
Yeah.
and an air elemental is just going to leave
Just there.
On air.
nothing. Maybe a bit of a
Um,
stink.
Cloud exploding.
Ariel is like bristling in the corner at Archie's commentary on elementals. She's not very happy.
Oh, shit.
That's fair.
Yeah, that makes
Hey,
sense.
Hasan asks Archie, "Are you going to be all right here for the rest of the night? Do you want some of us to stay outside? I know that we didn't exactly prevent what happened from happening, but we could be here to help again."
Well, what they said was that it came every few days. And that either means that that's all it needs to do, or perhaps it's all it can do. I would presume that whatever kind of magic it requires to summon a thing like this, you just can't do willy-nilly. My hope is that I'm safe for the evening. It's
This is the
times like
first
this
time
when
it's
I'm grateful
failed.
not to sleep, but
Yes. But this is the first time it's failed in its attack.
this is true.
Whoever summoned it is probably not very happy.
Especially
it's
since they
totally-
won't have a... What does it do with the heads?
I don't know. Do people
Probably eat
that do
them.
magic need other people's heads?
Sometimes.
Well, it depends on the
Sometimes.
person who's doing it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hasan goes
Sorry,
over to
Neil.
Roderick and is like, "Yes, Roderick, sometimes we use the heads and crush them all up for our magic spells, and sometimes we even eat them."
Oh,
You're just joking with me.
I gotta
It's
say, I
not
love
funny.
it, Lara. Just matter-of-factly, like, oh yeah, definitely. So good.
I mean,
But,
I guess to
mean-
be fair, if you went into enough magic shops in a a world like this, there'd probably be some heads.
Yeah.
I like to
Everybody
use
go
them
ahead.
For soup bowls.
Everybody go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Do we have to be proficient or like?
No.
Okay, sure.
I'm kind of glad whenever Roderick doesn't roll well on these checks because I'm like, he really shouldn't know anything about them.
Yeah, same.
Let's see. Who got above a 13? Okay.
Oh, I did. Sorry, I did.
I got a nat 1 though, so beat that.
Nice.
I'd
Okay.
rather not.
Of those of you who got a 15 or above. Okay. Crickstump, what'd you get?
19.
All right. Alara, what'd you get?
Natural 20 for a total of 25.
Okay.
Wow.
Liam, Denra, either of you get a nat 20?
No, I got 16. Yeah.
Okay. So as Hasan makes this joke,
Joke.
Very funny.
it actually, Alara, you flip through your notes, And it's not something you have seen. It's something you have entries that you've written about. Something you copied out of a book. The book was called something like Those Who Walked Before Us, which was talking about what was here on the continent and the surrounding islands before modern people.
Nice.
And there is/was a race that did exactly that. All manner of illithid.
So what?
The most common... And Alara, now that you rolled that nat 20, go ahead and roll a history check at advantage.
Ooh!
Ooh, yes.
My favorite enemies.
Oh my goodness, I'm coming in handy, you guys.
Hell yeah.
Doing it, girl.
Ooh, history at advantage.
Yeah.
23.
Okay.
Wow.
She's the guy in the chair.
So...
Captain Scott.
The most common thing that you know of that would have use of a head would be a mind flayer.
Oh my god.
However, your research would indicate that a mind flayer would not be powerful enough to do all of this. So that does leave a question in your mind, but you would say that this kind of points you in a direction.
Okay.
So, Alara, what you scribbling about over here?
Give me a sec.
All right, sure thing.
She's flipping back and forth. She's circling. She's scribbling.
How many of those journals do you have?
Not enough.
I thought that was
She's
just
got a
the
lot.
same one.
From what my friend Scomo said, she's got a lot of them.
It might be an illithid.
Oh,
What
what?
now?
I need a library.
Oh, yes. Well, I'm sure there's plenty on this island.
I'm sure
sorry,
there's
that was
not.
That was uncalled for. I'm sorry.
Well, that would make sense, though.
Odd form, Roderick.
Wait.
Yes, it was.
That would definitely explain the heads.
What did they do with the head?
Oh,
Yes,
they
what
eat
is an
them.
illithid? They eat
Wait,
them.
really?
Oh yes.
Oh, I was just joking.
Well, they eat the brains.
Oh, well,
Oh.
that makes it much better. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry.
I mean, I
See,
suppose
I
it kind of does. I mean, they don't eat the face or anything.
Right. I was originally thinking like a mind flayer, but this kind of thing, bringing in this kind of elemental thing, is a little too powerful for a mind flare. So that's why I
More
was
powerful than a
thinking
mind
back
flayer.
and
I think I would perhaps like to leave this island if we're dealing with something a little more powerful than the mind flayer.
Yes, for once I agree.
Yeah, but it still puts Archie in danger, so we kind of have to.
and the
deal
rest
with
of the
it.
island.
Ah, damn it, you're right. Shit. Well, what do we do? How does one defeat these ithalids?
Well,
That's why I need
Yeah,
a library.
but you know, one nice thing is you can just stab it a bunch with your sword, and it will work just fine.
Oh, good. Then I'm in.
If you can find it.
They are
Find it first.
indeed stabbable.
Can you see them? Are they invisible?
No,
I think you can see them. Yes.
Even better. I'm in.
At any rate, we can't do it right now in the middle of the night.
No.
no.
Would Alara know what they look like, illithid?
You know what mind flayers look like? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Alara's gonna flip to a fresh page and very quickly sketch out a mind flare.
Go ahead and make a performance check to see how well
Oh,
that sketch
boy.
goes.
I thought you were gonna ask me to actually sketch it. And I was gonna
Yeah, no, go ahead and show us
Go
what
ahead
one
and-
looks like.
Go ahead and draw
God.
that.
Go to
no,
interpretive
no,
dance.
I'd rather do an interpretive dance than a sketch.
Oh, that's illithid.
Okay, performance check. Damn it. I have a good modifier, but it was a shit roll, so that's a 7.
So Alara does a quick sketch. It looks a little like Squidward from SpongeBob, but with like several noses.
I mean, I guess that's not wrong.
Is that supposed to be funny or
No.
terrifying?
I think it's more sad than anything.
You won't think it's so funny when those tentacles wrap around your head and then they suck your brains out.
Oh, the tentacles.
Ah.
Mm.
Yeah, that sounds horrifying. Let's kill it.
Well, we can stab it, so it'll be fine.
Well, that's what a mind flayer kind of looks like. I honestly don't know what Illith would look like.
Well, for what it's worth, we should probably get some rest, and then maybe set out around the backside of the island tomorrow during the day, because I think nighttime is not in our favor, and if we head over during the day, maybe we can find that, if there is indeed a thingy here on the island.
Now, if I may interject, I think that exploring the cliffs will be best left during the day, but I think we should take advantage of the night when all the people are in their homes, and we can search the town and see if there's anything suspicious in the town.
Well, if you'd like to search the town, you can do that now.
Right.
Yes, I think we should. Are you okay with us leaving you alone, Archie?
I think I'll be all right. I didn't use too many spells, and I suppose it's possible something else comes, but I just don't know.
If they do, just yell out a big holler. We'll come running.
Because the thing that puzzles me is that if it just wanted everyone, and it was powerful enough to do so, it would just do that. It wouldn't just wait around picking off people one by one, you know?
Maybe it can't eat that fast.
Or maybe it's trying to avoid catching the Withering.
Could it be
Perhaps
studying?
It just voluntarily wants people to feel terror.
Well, that's always possible.
Could it be studying the Withering?
Hey,
That's also a possibility.
Archie, I got one more question for you. You said this kind of all started about a month ago?
Well, that's what the people say, yes.
Do you know if anything changed in the town about a month ago?
They said there was a storm, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we've got report of.
Yeah, sure we got.
Oh, the storm blew something in with it.
Well, I can tell you, storms bring in all kinds of nasty shit.
I'd heard, the people said the storm was really bad. They heard, like, rock slides across the island. But nobody ventures out of here, so there's, no one going out and investigating.
Okay.
Maybe something was already here.
Or maybe the storm was the something.
See, now you're thinking magical, Roderick. That's good. That's good.
Well, by just assuming that the worst thing could possibly happen.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
This is why I'm
Anything
a
good.
biker.
And he puts his hand on your shoulder again, Roderick, and he says, anything is possible, and most of it is horrible.
Well, I agree with you on that.
Archie, I never took you for being someone so dismal.
Archie,
Well,
Yeah,
you
hey,
live long enough, and you see that, yes, most things are, in fact, pretty dismal.
I don't like to think that way. I think
Is
you're
that
quite wrong.
That is
that
the
what they
benefit
say,
of being a
Archie?
human. Sorry, say it again, Crickstump.
no, I was just like, is that what they say, Archie?
That is what they imply.
Roderick just stares at Krigston.
So are we going to try and look at the island tonight?
Yeah, I
think it's
suggest we
the
take
best
a look
option.
around the island.
Just the,
Not-
just
The
the
town
town
tonight?
Area.
The town
Just the
tonight.
town.
We'll start small and then work our way bigger tomorrow.
Yes, but hear of those rock slides during the storm has me suspicious of the other side of the island.
Well, if it's okay.
I would like to check out where the town meets up with the cliffs. That's where I'm going to be going. Would anyone like to join me?
Maybe we can
I
camp
will
there.
join you. I'll join you. I'd like to
Well,
check
go.
out
We
that
should all
as
stick
well.
together anyway.
Yes, we should.
I think that's advisable. Stay safe. Stay safe, and don't venture too far off until the daylight, I think.
Thanks, Uncle Archie.
What time about is it right now?
It's about 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
I
not
was
like
all enough Fury sleep.
it's not super late.
2 a.m. Okay. Cool.
All right. Well, Roderick sets off.
Everyone will follow.
You can go ahead and take your tambourine if you want.
Oh. Yeah.
Where is the tambourine? The door.
It was on the floor somewhere.
Oh, yeah. Is it damaged at all?
Is it damaged? Oh God.
Is it damaged? My brand new
bad now.
tambourine. I haven't even pulled it yet.
You know what? It's not.
Ah,
Yay!
I'm sitting is like, oh, thank goodness. I spent however much I spent on this. Oh,
1 gold, I think.
1 gold.
Yeah.
One whole gold.
By the way,
Oh, gold.
That's actually a lot of money.
his little house, I just want to turn back to Archie and be like, I'm real sorry about your window. My bad.
And your door.
We fixed the door. Don't worry. Dad.
He
That's true.
shrugs and he
Sorry.
says, I don't mind having the light come in, I suppose.
Can mending fix any of that?
Yeah, if you wanted to take some time, you could do that.
I'll catch up. I'll catch up.
All right.
All right, so
Oh.
as you are looking around, everyone, go ahead and roll a survival check. Let's see what we can track.
Woohoo!
Since I did so before, would I have any kind of advantage or anything?
No, but you can roll again.
No. Okay, I'm fine with that. That's all
Okay.
right. That's like advantage, right?
So who has above a 16 or above?
I just got a 16. Okay.
Okay.
Yep, same.
And did anyone get a 21 or above?
Ooh.
Nice, Liam.
Okay.
Liam got a 23.
Oh.
So you all spread out a little bit, keeping an eyesight, trying to see where this thing might have come from. Did it appear just directly in this place? Was what happened here? And it's not easy. This thing didn't have feet, so there aren't exactly tracks. But Liam, you do catch a distinct pattern of dust, like blown away from spots, as if a wind moved through, like a dust devil vacuum cleaner.
like the toaster movie, just like that.
Yeah.
Brave little toaster. There we go.
Brave little toaster.
And you catch a hold of this track, and it is very difficult to follow, but you do indeed follow it through the back of the town, so you can tell within a few minutes that it wasn't just like planted here. It moved from somewhere. And you follow it all the way to the back of the town, past their greenhouse and a little bit of crop field, to where the cliffs meet the town. And you can see that there's this very small, you couldn't even call it a tunnel, it's more like a crack. Like Mudpack would have to really scrunch to fit in this thing at all. And that's where the trail ends. So this thing came
everyone.
through this wall.
Hey everyone.
Yes.
Hey, over here.
What have you found?
I was able to track it from Archie's house all the way over here.
Wow.
It looks like it came through this wall, right through that little crack there.
Oh, well then.
Can anyone with magic do anything to make this bigger or something?
No, but I can get smaller.
Aye.
And if we want to wait a minute, I could at least be some eyes in there. If you wanted to change, I could, so that if anything goes wrong, we know. I cast Beast Sense on you guys.
I mean, yeah. Is Mudpack with us at this point? I know you're
Yes.
ending.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to double check.
Yeah.
Mud, you wanna?
I mean,
see what we can...
it was your idea. If you want to go first, so it's not crowded.
No,
but
no,
if there's
I
two
just-
of us,
I'd like there to be a couple of us at the very least.
sure.
Would you
Happy
be
to.
able? Would you be able to stay hidden in case you come upon something?
Yes, because we
Depend on the
very well
creature
can't
you chose.
do anything about it if you get in a situation.
I mean, we'll scurry our tails off, I guess.
Yeah, I recommend you just get yourself a nice bit of good reconnaissance deep in there, and then come back as soon as you can.
Yeah,
I agree.
sounds good to me.
If you want, it takes about 10 minutes for me to do, but I could at least get it so that I could see through your eyes and hear, so that if something goes wrong, we know.
Could you let us know what they're seeing too?
Yeah, I could do it at the same
Well,
time.
pretty well.
Let me
How the
confirm
hell
with
can you
Mudpack.
do that?
I commune with nature.
Magic, Roderick. Magic.
Let me commune with Mudpack for a second. But yeah, start that up.
I will. I'll start doing the ritual for beast sense.
Okay.
Hey, Mud. What? Okay, so I'm thinking like a mouse or a rat, but anything. Do you think anything else would be more stealthy if we go in there?
That's honestly what I was thinking too.
Yeah, we could.
The cat's pretty stealthy, but it's too big, perhaps.
Maybe a snake.
Would a snake be stealthy?
Sure, they're pretty quiet.
Can you turn into any sort of insect?
I honestly, as like out of character, I have no idea.
I think so.
If it's got a flight speed, that's a thing.
Can't have light
That's true.
speed, yeah.
But you could certainly
Not
turn
yet,
into like a millipede or something.
Oh,
Yeah,
slow.
Can I turn into a poisonous snake? Those are pretty small.
Yeah, I
right?
believe so. Yeah, that should be fine.
Tiny.
Yep.
I think someone could probably turn into a scorpion. A little scorpion.
I'm just looking it up, bro.
We just want to make
Yeah,
sure they're able to stay together.
I'm being
One is like
lazy,
really
I
slow
sure.
than the other one.
Yeah, poisonous snake you could definitely do.
Yeah, it's 1/8.
Sounds good. Sorry, guys.
That was great. Don't apologize.
Trust in me.
Mhm.
So it's now canon that you turn into the snake from Robin Hood.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
The only snake
Fire.
to turn into.
Or were you the snake from Jungle Book?
Yeah. I mean, they're
It's the same snake.
Whoa.
Be real.
Add a hat.
Let's
Yep.
be real.
Yep.
Can I turn into a mongoose?
Just because you want to be paired with a snake as a mongoose?
Yeah.
As long as we can call you Ricky Ticky Tabby, then we're all good.
Yay!
Yeah, sure.
You are a tiny mongoose.
Fastest little guy. Oh, I love that.
So a tiny little snake and a tiny little mongoose suddenly shrink down into this very unlikely pair.
And then I go to give her a high five as a mongoose and realize she
Like,
doesn't have
tail.
hands.
I bring my tail back around and go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. By this point, after some convening, 10 minutes would have passed, so you can cast Beast Sense.
And Denra just is kind of. She just sits there, kind of cross-legged. I'm not gonna worry about that. Yeah, sure. And just kind of sets out a couple of like a thing of incense that she has in her pack, and just kind of breathes it in. And her eyes, as she opens them, go white, and she can see through Mudpack's eyes.
Put
and
the
hear
blacklight
through-
poster.
Yeah, pretty much. You can see and hear through Mudpack's eyes and ears.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Roderick is disgusted.
Yeah, of course.
Yep.
I just want it to be known at this point, Hasan has found a rock and has sat down and started eating a snack because it's been a while since
Okay.
he had a snack.
I
And
really
I'm
thought you were
sure.
going to say you were eating the rock, and I was going to be really confused. I didn't understand the setup.
Tired of standing and I'm hungry, so
Yeah.
I'm
If she,
engaged in
if
what's
she was,
happening.
if he was an earth elemental, maybe, but
All right, so Mudpack Snake and Crickstump Ticky Tabby.
let me change my name.
Jump Ticky Tabby.
Are you headed in then?
Yeah. Gonna
Okay.
head into this tiny cave now.
The two of you head in, and it is cramped. Mudpack, as you are slithering around, you're pretty sure that as a gnome you would not have made it through. It gets too small in some spaces, but for an air elemental, whatever. No problemo. And for a snake and a tiny little mongoose, you do all right. The mongoose has a little trouble here and there. You gotta like squeeze a little bit. You got a lot of bones that the snake doesn't have. It takes about 20 minutes to move through this until you even see like a slow ascent upward to get to some moonlight coming in. You figure you've got another like 15 minutes to go to get to that moonlight. You gonna keep going? Okay.
We got 2 hours or
All right.
1.
2 hours.
All right, then we can make it. We can.
So
make
it takes a full like 35 minutes to get to the end of this tunnel. It doesn't help that you move, a little slow because you're tiny. But you come through the end of this tunnel. What you see are a lot of trees. The perspective is weird because you're really, really small.
Oh.
So you're kind of just like looking up at stuff, and the scale is weird, and so you don't really, you see that you are looking at a forest in front of you.
Is there any side of the rocks to kind of climb up and get a slightly better vantage point?
Yeah,
from,
you
like,
could start slithering
3
up if
feet
you want.
higher?
I will say that in general, it is going to be difficult to perceive a lot of what you're looking at from this, from 1 inch off the ground.
Yeah.
Because you just have no perspective.
Also, if it took them that amount of time to get through there, my spell would be ending in like a couple minutes.
Okay. So Denray, you're able to see them come out the other side.
Oh, it looks like they've made it to the other side. There's trees.
And as they begin moving around, your vision begins to fade.
Yeah. Damn it. I hope they're okay.
Can we tell that spell is over?
I would say yes. You could
Sure.
you could feel that. Mudpack.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
Is there anything around here that gives us sort of like not a vantage point, like any distinct markings around where we are to like where exactly we know we are?
I mean, you are. It was more or less straight, this tunnel, and just with an ascent at the end. So you are on the other side of these cliffs from where you started.
Okay. Can we infer that we're like on the top of the cliffs that overlook the town?
It's tough to tell. You don't think you are.
Okay.
You don't think you made it all the way to the top.
Okay.
Are the trees close enough to like do a perception check?
There's one
Like-
that is. Yeah.
Can I slither over there and take a closer?
Just kind of slithered to the edge of the cliff
Stick
and
my,
just kind of.
stick my little snaky tongue out.
Yeah.
Get a vibe.
What would you like to perceive?
What kind of tree it is, so at least we have that kind of marker for us.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
That one. Ooh. The noise.
Good one.
Oh no, he froze.
Oh boy.
Oh, he's back.
You're back.
I'm back.
You're back. You're
Okay.
back.
Oh, my internet's a little unstable tonight.
Fun times.
All right. We need to shift that money from Nico to Paul.
Yes. All right. So, what was your perception?
14.
Well, it's a tall tree because you feel like you're pretty far off the ground and you're looking at the tree.
That's hardly fair.
Uh,
Of course, it would be tall.
you feel like it's got needles, not leaves.
Ooh. Cool. evergreen of some kind.
Yeah, some kind of evergreen.
Conifer. Fantastic.
Paul, how long have we been in wild shape at this point?
About 40 minutes.
Okay, I don't want it to time out on us. That's all.
No.
Oh, if it's only 40 minutes, then I still have B-Sense. Sorry.
Okay.
I misunderstood. I thought you said it would have been an hour to get through
No.
there. That's an
35,
hour.
35 minutes to get through.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. At this point, can I venture a little further, like toward which side do I want to go? Towards the way we came. Like, I just want to see, like, towards the town.
Okay. Are you wanting to ascend the cliff a little bit?
There's cliff sides. It's like this, and then we're on this side, and town's on this side.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I'm trying to think now.
So you're wanting to get a higher vantage point?
No, I just want to see, like, where I want to go the other way. I lied. Away from the town.
Okay.
I just want to see what I can see in this area.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. That is a 21.
Nice.
All right. With a 21, you look out with your tiny mongoose eyes. And you know, mongoose, they're not like great far seers or anything. But you're squinting in the moonlight. You're trying to really perceive something. You see a lot of trees. You're low to the ground. With a 21, you do catch sight of something that doesn't look like a tree. And it looks like it might be... It looks like something structural, something man-made.
Okay.
But from this distance and this perspective, you just can't tell. You can get a good bearing of, like, in what direction it is. So you could point someone to it in that direction, but you really can't tell what it is.
Can I go over to Viper Pack and
Viper Pack.
And just so I'm not the only one, just kind of like try and steer him that way.
What?
I'm seeing that in my head, and it's really funny. You're like
Just
bumping
mongoose.
Mudpack with your
just like-
nose. With your snout, like gently taking Mudpack's head in your mouth and like
adorable.
pointing it.
Adorable.
We got our own like little weird red wall thing going.
This is why we have to all play druids next time.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, Mudpack, you are guided. It takes a couple minutes, but eventually you're able to see the same thing. You really can't tell what it is from this distance, but it does look like some kind of shape that's man-made.
And
Assuming I can't tell.
I was
Through the
going
same
to
eyes.
say,
Because it's the same eyes, so they're just kind of fuzzy.
right? But does the fact that Viper Pack see it mean that Denra sees it? So
Yeah, no, but it's through the same little beady eyes, so it's not very much.
yeah, like.
But I was going to ask
so-
if I could get a location, like, so that I could probably start to guide the rest of the party near them. Or, no, we're wanting to stay. Never mind. This
Yeah.
is just recon. Never mind.
So the three of you get like a direction. Like,
Sure,
okay,
that's good.
you could probably, with some work, get in the direction of this thing.
And with Mudpack and actually Eyes Wanderer feature, we should be able to recall it almost pretty easily.
Yeah.
So, just
Yeah.
awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
I remember.
You
I
feel
got
pretty
this.
good. You take some time, really committed to memory. You feel like you could get towards this shape.
All that matters.
And the piney trees.
And the pine trees.
Ah.
Oh yeah, always the pine
Those are going to
trees.
be really important.
Oh yeah, like campaign shattering.
Locked away.
It's actually the trees doing it. This is
They're
the,
the BBG.
the happening.
What?
No!
happening. Oh my god.
No!
So at that point, then I'd like to just like pat, I guess, Mudpack, and just like kind of with my tiny paws, just kind of like point back at the hole, and then I'm gonna start wandering back.
So for those at home,
Like,
picture this tiny little creature like rearing back a little bit and like paw, like pet, pet, pet at a snake. It's really cute. Just think about that.
Lauren, this is what you got to draw for us.
I can't do animals. It's so hard.
Dang it!
All right. Yeah, it's either you either get to draw an invisible creature.
I guess I'd rather take the animals over
Yeah,
the
just a slate color of the background. That's
glowing
it.
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Okay, so those of you who are waiting outside of the tunnel, Denra, by the time they start turning around, your vision wears off.
I'll well, they saw something. There's some structure or something on the other side of these cliffs. We can definitely check it out in the daytime. And I think Mudpack specifically should be able to make their way back pretty easily. So
All right then. Sounds good.
Excellent.
And about 35 minutes later, you see a snake slither out of the tunnel, followed by a little waddling mammal.
Denra does immediately like, oh my god, I didn't realize how cute you both were. It's just so when you went in, you kind of went in quickly, so she didn't get a chance to see it. But now she's like, oh my goodness.
Mudpack snake, bats, little tiny, black, completely black eyes.
Yeah. Just with massive eyelashes. Bing bing.
Like a doll's eyes. So you've made it back, and you're all together again.
All right.
Gonna wild shape back into.
Oh, I let them know what you saw, but did you see anything else that I might have missed?
There was a bunch of trees.
All right. Trees are good. Good to know about trees.
Trees we haven't seen?
Well, they've got pines
Oh.
Hey,
and
pines.
not leaves.
Sorry, maybe Denra wasn't quite clear. Did you see anything helpful?
That is helpful, Roderick. I'll slap him in the chest.
If you ever lived in the forest, you might want to know which trees you're looking at.
Indeed.
Trees are trees.
Trees are
Hey.
not
Thank
just
you
trees.
so much for doing that for us.
Yes.
That was very generous of
That was
you.
very brave of both of you. Thank
Yes, thank you very much for doing that.
I
Try.
still have not. I still am a mongoose.
You're still a
I have
mongoose?
not- I have not reverted yet.
you. Denver will kind of.
Can I
I was. Yeah, you go ahead. We both kind of go down for him to pet him.
I'll hold my hand out to see if he wants to jump in it to go on my shoulder for a sec. For like a
Absolutely.
very, the tallest mongoose, but still on the shortest person in the party.
Yeah.
A little mossy mongoose sits on your shoulder.
Adorable.
Are you green as a mongoose too?
Always.
Uh-huh.
Always green.
Always.
Always green.
Do you think there's any possibility that we could go around the other side? Like if we were in the water, could we get
Possibly.
turned Australian a little bit?
I like
yeah,
it.
I think we could probably get there via the water. Probably the best bet.
We could find our way. We could find our way back.
Well, yes, we'll just look for the trees.
Well, I mean, if you
Yes.
two,
I will.
did you two come back through the hole?
Yeah.
Or did they come back? Okay, I thought you came back another way. Never mind.
Mm-mm.
No.
For some reason, I thought you like came around the side, like
So
just
is-
like, oh yeah, we could have just walked around.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do this evening?
Do we want to maybe just set up a camp right here, or?
Well, you're still in the town.
Oh no, we should leave the
Look at
town.
that house.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you've got
should be
you've got
on
a
the other
camp
side
house
of-
to go
Never mind.
Yes.
Back to the
No,
house.
I think we have a game plan for tomorrow, and we have some apparently very specific trees to look forward to. So
Thank you.
on that front, I think it best if we all get some rest.
What time
Would
is
you
it?
rather
right now?
help me find a library, Roderick?
You know what?
It's about 10:30 now.
I think the library's closed at this hour. Maybe
I mean tomorrow.
Well, yes, after we go around and find the very lovely trees, then we can find you a library.
I would
Oh,
like to.
no, don't
I would like
please.
to jump off of Mudpack and scurry under Roderick's clothes.
And then
Okay,
Under
go
his shirt.
go ahead and make a dexterity check for me. Mongoose.
Hold on, let me mongoose it. I just found like a like. I think
A
this is
weasel.
right for a mongoose.
Weasel
Ticky
also
ticky
works, right?
Terry.
Cricket.
Ooh.
No, don't say ooh.
16.
Okay, go ahead and make an opposing dexterity check, Roderick.
21.
Ooh.
Okay. You manage to hold your shirt closed and keep the mongoose out. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw, mongoose.
Get chucked across the room.
Yep.
10.
Okay. He knocks you off, and mongoose, you fall on your back and just kind of like wave around on your back, trying to get back to your feet.
I never thought I'd say this, but I liked you better as a crocodile.
Viper Pack. I'm still. I just like that name now. Your name. Viper Pack. Just gives him a little nudge to flip him over.
Flip over.
Yeah.
Is it safe
There
to
you go,
assume that
buddy.
everyone's heading back to the camp house at this point?
Yeah.
It's bedtime.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the sake of simplicity and getting us to the next part. You sleep. For some of you, it's restless. It's a lot of unanswered questions on this island, a lot of mysteries, a prevailing sense of danger that kind of looms. But the morning comes. No one else seems to have been assailed in the night. As you come out of the camp house and look down the road towards the town, you see people are out and about doing their thing. You can see catch a glimpse of Archie helping folks. It seems like they're going to just do their best to, move forward. You make your way down to the Narrows and around the cliffs. And you get back a little ways, not totally, but you all make your way inland a bit, headed in the direction where you were pointed to. You do see some pine trees.
I told you.
And you also see something else. Everybody go ahead and roll a perception check.
Baby. Okay.
Okay. Hey, Son.
11.
Crickstump.
Dirty 20.
Ariel.
11.
Roderick.
13.
Denra.
17.
Liam.
Natural 20 for 25.
Ooh.
Alara.
16.
And Mudpack.
21.
Okay. So Mudpack and Crickstump, you know kind of what you're looking for. So you do see the shape in the distance, but Liam, you get the good look at it. You're pretty tall. You see that with your nat 20 that something had been probably buried in rock, and a rock slide exposed part of it, and jutting out over the ocean is just a bit of a sight that you can see of a ruined stone tower. And that is where we'll end tonight's session.
Yep, I knew it. God, that's good.
All right. We have found where we are headed. And thank you so much, players. That was a good one.
Yeah, thank you, DM. That was awesome.
Yeah.
What if that's the library?
I'm sure it has a library in it.
There's only one way to find out. And next time, come on back next week. We'll see what is in that tower. Is it a library? Probably not. But you will find out when you watch the next episode of the Adventurers Guild.